Alright. What is up, YouTube? HPJ here. And oh my god, I woke up this morning to the Rush Duel Forbidden Limited list being announced, and the Harpies have been hit. The Harpies have taken one for the gays. It's Pride Month, and the girls are getting hit. The mothers are getting hit, and it's causing some ruckus. Now, I'm gonna go into deep conversation about the schematics of being a Harpy player and trying to gather information for Harpies, because this is crazy, of what I'm seeing, but yet no one talked about it. And I did look up some stuff prior to building my deck list for Rush Duel, and I was like, oh, okay, because now I'm hearing conflicting things, but now I see the picture. So before I go any further, let me go ahead and go into the Forbidden Limited list so you guys can know um, what's really the lineup of things. I don't know too many cards, so I'm not gonna say why I think those cards are. I'm only really here just for the ones that I know of, which is the Harpy cards and a few of the spells. So starting off, there's no cards forbidden in Rush Duel. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say when this goes into effect. This list goes into effect for Rush Duel players July 1st of 2025. So literally at the beginning of next month. Now, for the lineup of things, there's no cards forbidden. Woo. I don't think there's really any cards in Rush Duel that are forbidden. I could be wrong. Forgive me. But last I checked, there wasn't. It's a lot of limited, semi-limited cards. And then the legend cards kind of help fix that issue as well, where you can only have one class of this card per set, per section. So only one legend monster, one legend spell, and one legend trap. Probably one legend fusion, and probably one legend ritual monster if they ever come to that as well. It basically limits cards from being overly used, and I enjoy that, because then you get to really strategize which legend card that you want in your deck that helps correspond with it. It makes it a lot more powerful, as opposed to just fitting in a whole bunch of cards and then having to have them banned or limited or semi-limited and rotate things there. But for the newly limited, we have Harpy Lady 1 and 2 and 3, Harpy Lady Pet Master, Harpy Lady 1, Harpy Lady 2, and from the Harpies. Then we have Annie Magica Gardner. We have Delibrium Embrace, all getting to the limited to 1. For the limited to 2, the semi-limited, we have Elegant Egotis. We have Elemental Circulation, Ghost Cyclone, Celia the Sky Savior Knight, and Berry Fresh Shy. And then for the unlimited, we have um, Thunderbolt, the Blazing Thunder. Now, I don't know too many of these other cards. I do know a little bit of the Berry Fresh because they were just recently introduced into the game through a special set. And they have a couple of main set supports in Rush Duel, which they've done pretty well. They have a fusion mechanic. They like to pop things here and there. They're really, really, really good. And so is the Animagi. They're magicians, and they have a boss of a spellcaster, a fusion monster. And that's really, really good. And then as far as, like I said, I don't know too many things. I don't know too many things, so don't blame me. Don't judge me. I just, sip your water and mind that business. Now, as far as the Harpy stuff goes, I'm not too shocked, but I am surprised. And the reason why I say I'm surprised is because, as a Harpy player, and primarily why I make content, is to keep Harpy players informed of Harpy decks and Harpy strategies. The issue that I've always had with the TCG, the OCG, and now even Rush Duel, is how when Harpies do well, unless something is game breaking, they do not report on Harpy. Konami does not give Harpy support when needed unless they can showboat it. Then when they don't need it no more, they will just hit it. And I'm not saying that the strategy stuff, because I play Rush Duel, I know Harpy stuff is very destructive for the reasons why the cards are being limited. But when you look for reports on this, it's little to none. This is why, like I said, I have to do my best to inform and keep people informed about the Harpy stuff. Whether it's big, small, whatever little strategies. even here in the TCG, I've been saying that it's crazy how no one used Harpie support outside of Featherstorm with Flu. Then when Primite got all this normal stuff, everyone wanted to use Featherstorm because ooh look, Primite supports normal monsters. Harpies have that really broken trap card. Yeah, because every other card that you've had in the format has now been banned or limited because Konami was like, oh, the players are abusing all the, Omni negates, all the massive negation. And I wouldn't be surprised if Featherstorm is the next card hit. It'll hurt Harpy decks, but because of how generic Featherstorm had gotten, and there wasn't too many more limitations on it outside of you have to have a Harpy monster to play the card from your hand. You have to have a winged beast activated in general. It only circulates around monster effects. But even if you notice, most of the game now is nothing but monster effects. So it definitely is. It's not hard to say, but it's the honest truth. Yu-Gi-Oh player, the Yu-Gi-Oh community does not like Harpies unless you're a Harpy player. And then unless they can find something broken, unfortunately the Harpies are only material for adult activity only. It's sad to say, but it's true. And it's crazy because Harpies have really good strategies in them. But with the lack of support Konami gives us, the lack of any respect you get as a Harpy player, it is unfortunate. It's the unfortunate truth that has to be told. Now, as far as everything goes on the Forbidden Limited list, in Rush Duel, I do understand that, yeah, Harpy got a little crazy. But that's also the other thing. There was no major reports on any of the Harpy stuff that I looked for. I looked for many of channels, and there was only like one or two that were giving out stuff for was showing Rush Duel Harpy content. And when I looked for, Rush Duel meta and what was the meta in Rush Duel, because everyone was screaming how crazy it was that Harpies were doing extremely well, especially after a structure deck and everything. They've been overshadowed, yes, again, by another legacy archetype. What is that? Cyber Dragon. So Harpies didn't even get a chance to be in the spotlight for long enough. It was just, hey, look, here's your half naked with, bird ladies. Congratulations. And then here's the support you can't have in the OCG and TCG. And then Wrestler gets the support, people play it, and then it gets limited. So I kind of stand by a lot of my statements that I made when it comes to the Harpy Lady interaction. Now, what devices do I say comes from this? Well, you get to play more Winged Beasts in your deck. You get to play more variational Harpy monsters in your deck. Signora and them are definitely going to be used more to help with the lineup of the Harpy deck. I think most people are going to go back to Harpy Lady Sisters Triangle Beauty. They're going to play more into the maximum monster as well. We all have this assumption we're going to get another fusion monster, Harpy Lady 1 and 2, or Harpy Lady 2 and 1, whichever variation of that Harpy Lady they're going to push for. Probably in the next core set or in the next special set for Rush Duel. I still need to pick up a lot of the Rush Duel cards for Harpies that I have not gotten, that weren't in the structure deck. So I still need to go get Harpy's Feather Duster, Harpy Lady 1 and 2 and 3. I need to go get 3 and 1 as well. And I need to get Harpy Celio in her light skirt. Because I do not have those monsters. I don't have those cards. And then I'll have all the cards currently updated for Rush Duel. I still say till this day that the Harpies definitely did get the short end of the stick. Will forever be getting the short end of the stick, and most likely will still survive even if they have the short end of the stick. So to the rest of the Harpy players, you're gonna find a way to make this work. Trust me. I've seen a lot of decks over the last 20 years do exceptionally well, even if at a rogue level. Harpies will do exceptionally well, but the community does not care for Harpy. It doesn't. And it's sad to say it, but it's the truth. And this ban list, while it hits Harpies hard and people are going to start screaming, why did they hit Harpy Lady? That's because no one reports proper information about how well Harpies is doing in the TCG, the OCG, Duel Links, or Rush Duel. And even if it's at a rogue level or a mediocre casual, it's still like, damn, you guys didn't report on it. That's why no one gave a shit. It's true. It's true. I mean, tell the truth, Shane the devil. And Shane the angel that told it. So let me know what you guys think about this Forbidden Limited list in the OCG. I will be trying to update my deck as best as possible to fit the changes for the new Forbidden Limited list. It's not going to be too hard because I don't have the extra deck monster. Harpie Lady 1 and 2 and 3. But as opposed to my last Rush Duel video, no one liked it the fact that I use Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron, so I guess we'll just not include Harpie Lady 1, 2, and 3. And Harpie Lady 1 and 3 in the deck, so. Alright, with that said and done, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps out tremendously. Hit notification bell, I guess, to be informed of it, because I don't really get informed of when my stuff goes. Maybe I gotta fix my phone for that. But outside of that, everything else, you guys are awesome, and I will catch you all next time. HPJ, signing out. Take care.